Hello. In this session, we are going to discuss about the calculation of peak temperature and related areas. Before we discuss the peak temperature and its calculation, it is necessary to understand the heat flow in welding. In welding, melting and solidification steps of welding are associated with the flow of heat and are affected by the rate of heat transfer in and around the weld metal. Metallurgical structure of metal in weld and region close to the weld metal is mainly determined by the extent of rise in temperature and the cooling rate experienced by the metal at particular location of heat affected zone and the weld. Now let us discuss the peak temperature. In fusor arc welding processes, the heat is applied for melting the faying surfaces, that is the surfaces to be welded. Thus, molten metal gets developed by application of heat between the faying surfaces, and after solidification, it results in the development of weld joint. The peak temperature which is found in the weld region varies from the weld center to the fusion boundary. Peak temperature in the weld region is found, of course, greater than the melting point of the base material. The peak temperature in the region close to the fusion boundary is found lower than the melting point, and therefore it becomes more important to see that what is the peak temperature at different distances away from the fusion boundary, because it affects the metallurgical transformations in the region close to the fusion boundary. The metallurgical transformations predominantly governs the mechanical properties and other characteristics of the weld joints. Therefore, study related with the peak temperature in the weld region and as well as in heat affected zone becomes of great importance. Further, after the application of heat, when the cooling phase starts, the weld heat is extracted from the weld region by conduction within the material, convection, and of course the radiation. Gradually, the heat loss from the weld region results the solidification of the weld metal. Now let us see what is weld cycle. In order to draw the weld cycle, we may have two or more different points at different distances from the weld pool, and thus with respect to time, temperature and time, we will be plotting the graph experience by two different points. Here weld thermal cycle shows variation in temperature of a particular location in and around the weld during the welding as a function of welding time. In general, an increase in distance of point of interest away from the weld center line decreases the peak temperature. It decreases the rate of heating and cooling. It increases the time to attain peak temperature, and it decreases the rate of cooling with increase in time. So it is obvious that the points at different distances, different locations from the weld pool will always experience a different weld cycle. Now let us understand how we will be calculating the peak temperature. So this is the equation which we use for calculating the peak temperature. In this equation, Tp represents the required peak temperature, which will be expressed in degrees Celsius. T naught will be the initial temperature of the base metal. Tm is the melting temperature. H net will represent the net heat provided. H is the plate thickness. Y is the width of heat affected zone, or it may also be considered as a distance of point of interest from the fusion boundary. And rho C will be the volumetric specific heat. The rate at which the heat is extracted from the weld region decides the rate at which the solidification will be occurring. Higher solidification rate leads to lower the solidification time. Reduction in solidification time in general results in lead to finer grain structure in the weld region. So the refinement of grain structure in the weld region frequently leads to better mechanical properties and better response to the heat treatments. Peak temperature equation may be used for assessing the different performance parameters associated with the development of a sound weld joint. For instance, peak temperature of a particular application, the width of heat affected zone, are the effects of heat input. And the initial temperature and the width of heat affected zone may be calculated using the peak temperature equation. Now let us see the relationship between the peak temperature and heat affected zone. The weld thermal cycle of a particular location presents peak temperature and cooling rate as a function of time apart from other informations. Peak temperature distribution around the weld pool determines the shape of the weld, size of the heat affected zone, type of metallurgical transformations, mechanical properties of weld and heat affected zone. Their relation can also be established between the peak temperature and the grain size transformations. Regions which are subjected to higher peak temperature results in coarser grain structure, and the regions which are subjected to lower peak temperature results finer grain structure. If the peak temperature distribution is largely uniform around the weld, the shape of the weld will be circular or similar to a circle. If we start increasing the speed of welding, there will be a tendency to have a oval shaped weld, and if we further increase the speed of welding, it will end up to a teardrop like shape. If the peak temperature distribution is too high up to the greater temperature from the weld center, this will result in wider heat affected zone. Thank you.